All patterns have some type of seam allowance listed, but they're not all the same. So for quilting, for example, there's a 1/4 inch seam allowance. For sewing garments, usually a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. And you have markings on this throat plate. 5/8 is right here, 1 inch, and then continued on out here. They're also listed in metric. And you do have the seam guide from the walking foot that will also fit on this machine. Watch where this goes. You can slide this in. There's a little gap at the back, kind of just above here. Now it's going to be tight to push it in. That's okay. Give it a good push because we don't want this to move while we're sewing. So if we set this, say, for 5/8 of an inch, right about there, when we go to sew, all we need to do is watch our blade, our guide here, and keep our fabric going right with it. We can start off and go a little faster here and do our reverse at the top and then start sewing. And look how straight everything's going to be. It's going to keep everything, it's almost like training wheels. If you're new to sewing, that would be a great help. And then just go ahead and lock it at the end. Needle up, lift up the presser foot, and cut the thread on the side. And look how nice and even that you sew. Even I, as a seasoned sewer, like to use a guide, and it can really help make it look nice and professional and keep things going. So just make sure that you always check out your seam allowance for the pattern you've selected and make sure you follow the correct line, because then everything will fit together as it should be.